Is good pull? It's a good question. The answer, however, is a little bit confusing, especially to a newbie. If you go to a room of 100 pool players of all levels and they're about to play a tournament, you can legitimately say the player that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win this tournament. Now, if you can list every single mistake you could possibly make on every single shot, it's endless. It'll go on into trillions and trillions of mistakes you could possibly make. But the winner is going to be the one that makes the least amount of mistakes. Which is to say, most of us, not all of us, learn through our own mistakes. Hopefully. Some people never learn. So most of us did not have top-level pool instructors in back of us watching every shot we make and being told exactly why we're doing it wrong and how to do it right. Then we learn our only real opportunity of learning is by doing things wrong and realizing that there's got to be a better way to do it than I just did it, and then getting that through your head and then doing that. But that's a mouthful. Now it goes to the odd subject of, let's say you're playing 9-ball. Can you make 9 mistakes and still run this 9-ball table? And of course you can. Players do it every day, all day, somewhere. Somebody is doing everything wrong and still running 9 balls and winning the game. I mean, we watch these games and it's exciting. We all want, the guy to shoot a 3-route bank shot on every shot he takes and runs the table, and hey, everybody claps, and that guy is great. And no, he's not great. The guy that's great is the one taking 2-foot little putts, and just shooting balls right in the hole, and lining up on the next ball, and just shooting a 12-inch putt. Lining up on the next ball and getting perfect shape on the next ball, and everything just seems so freaking easy, and like God came down and handed him some kind of crazy gift and he's got it all. The only problem is he's boring as hell to watch. He's not doing anything exciting at all. That's the great pool player. And that's one of the big problems with pool. One of the reasons there's no money in pool is because the game is boring as hell when it's played at the highest levels in the world. These guys aren't doing much of anything. And the reason it looks easy is because it is. They just know how to make it easy, and we haven't gotten there. We are still making mistakes. And damn near every video I publish, you see me running a rack of 9-ball and explaining what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do. And just as a teaching tool, I think it's the best way to teach you what to do and what not to do. But I'm limited in not because I'm not behind you watching you. I don't know what you're doing wrong. I only know what I'm doing wrong, and hopefully you're picking up and catching the shit that I'm doing wrong. And sometimes, occasionally, I do it right. I do it, and it's easy. And the video is boring as hell. So this came up in a discussion with, 2019. At the end of the year, I published the best of John Disque video on my 10 best runouts during the year from the videos that I had published. And it was crazy because I had to watch every single video of the year. I had to go back and watch my own videos and grade them and find the 10 best. And the 10 best weren't based on, wow, I made a kick shot here and a bank shot. I just made it, everything just lined up, and I just did things right for once in my freaking life. And everything was easy, and there's not a damn thing impressive on that best of John Disque 2019 video? Nothing. It's 10 runouts, well 15 runouts of me doing nothing. I'm not even teaching in that video. I'm just kind of like whacking myself off and making a video at the end of the year. Yay, John. And almost nobody watched it, and I don't blame them because it was boring as hell. But that boredom is what defines great pool. So a real player will look at that video and say, hey, this guy's a monster. It's only 10, 15 runouts during a whole year of runouts on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. But that's the difference. Making it easy on yourself so you don't have to go 4 rounds to gain position. You don't have to make bank shots and kick shots and all this crazy jump shots and everything else. It's just not what great pool is about. And it's crazy because the better it is, the more boring it is for spectators. After you're great at skiing, it's exciting. You're doing all kinds of crazy shit, and the fans are going. If you're great at motocross, it's exciting. It's fun. It's yeah. You're great at pool. It's boring as hell. That's what it is. It's also relaxing. It's fun for the player. Believe me, oh my God, they're having fun. All the stars are coming together. They're having fun. So yeah, Ronnie and I got in a discussion about that end of 2019 video, best of whatever, and he wanted me to make another one for 2022 because he enjoyed it. The reason Ronnie enjoyed it is because he's a high-level player and understands what great pool is all about. So the problem with making that video in 2019 is it took over a month to go through all my videos, and I had a lot back then, and grade them all. And then, because I don't keep, once they're on YouTube, they're gone. So I had to download them, those 15 from those videos, and cut out the runouts because a lot of it was me yakking before and after the video. And cut out the runouts and then do the top 15. There's a lot of work, a lot more than meets the eye. So I made a deal with Ronnie and say, hey, you go back through every one of my videos, you pick the 10 best, and the best meaning literally the most boring because I did everything right and the game was easy. You pick those 10 videos, I'll put it together, I'll do all the editing, I'll stick it up. And he agreed, so that's what Ronnie's been up to. He's on an insane, I don't think he knows what he's getting into. He's on that mission that I was on in 2019, and you know, of course, I'll do it. I'll do all the editing, publishing, downloading, and sticking those with Christmas music, cheesy ass Christmas music. You know, just to say, hey, thanks, guys. This is what great pool is all about, and I know it's not. I'm not doing it. So that's how this whole subject came up, and but with this video that I'm making here tonight, I'm taking 3 runouts from the same night, and I'm going to show the difference between great pool. All 3 are runouts now. So you could say to yourself, you know, you ran out, you won, nobody can beat you in that time you're running out. So literally, it doesn't matter if you're playing Efren or some local bar banger. It doesn't matter. No one on earth can beat you during that run out while you're running out. If they don't get to the table, they can't beat you. So for that time, you can say, hey, you're the best in the world. For that time. Now you can come back tomorrow night and never make a ball, and you're just another wannabe. But for that time when you're running out, you can't be beat, even though you did everything wrong except make the balls, and you made things real hard on yourself. You still beat the world that time when you were running out. So, and yeah, so the bad player is more exciting than the great player. It's crazy. So I'm going to show you the difference between good pool, I don't mean to call it great, good pool, bad pool, and okay pool. Although all 3 runouts, you know, are runouts. whatever, however you define them. But if you're running out and playing bad, you're not going to last long. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. You want to get to a place where running out is easy. You expect to run out. It's just second nature to you. That's the place you want to strive to be. Not just running out, but making it all easy and effortless and fun for you. And you're just going to have to get it inside you that it really doesn't matter that the fans aren't going crazy and the sponsors aren't going to come up to you and say, hey, we want to give you money. It's kind of selfish. You have to put all the fans' excitement aside, not do anything special. But it's actually special. It takes many, many years to learn how to make it easy and to gain the right position and keep it easy and don't fall apart. And this is why these guys look like they're miserable when they're playing, is because they're worried about this dead stroke that they're in going away. It just you're really walking a line when you're doing that. And so there's voices inside that head saying, oh God, just let me have this, just let this keep happening just until I win this tournament, and I'll never ask for anything. And because it feels good, man. It just all comes together. It's the most high you'll ever be off any dope. And that's what keeps us going, It's not an excitement, although it's very, very exciting to the player, and it's not exciting for the fans, and it's disrespected because it's not exciting. But the public is just, is just not aware of what great pool it is, and that's why I'm making this video. Yeah, this first game is what bad pool looks like. Yeah. This is not good pool, and I'm going to explain why as we go here. Let's get settled. That's not actually the break spot on this table, and I don't know why I'm experimenting with it, but I am. And that was a bad break, and the cue ball went pretty much all over the table. And I wind up, because I cut the cue ball loose, I wind up really bad on the one ball. I can still make the one ball, but I'm going to need a bridge, and it's going to be a little tricky to get on the two, although it should be easy for a good player. I don't even realize that I need a bridge at that point, or at this point right here. But I do, well, now I'm realizing it, so now I have to go back and get my bridge. And I mumbled something here, and I think I said I got a bad draw on the break, but I didn't. It was just a bad break. In case you can't understand my mumble. Just making excuses for a terrible break there. Then I come up short on the two ball, and it was not a good shot. Now, the real problem with this table is the 5 ball, and I have to shoot it in the side, the right hand side, because there's no other pocket unless I want to get on the short side, which is going to be too hard. So it's all about getting on this 5, but when we come back down table, we have to be real careful to get in the right spot and not get behind that 7, because then you know what happens. And I got bad on this 4 ball. I got straight in almost. I have to cheat the pocket a little bit and draw all the way back down table, and I come up short on the 5. And now I have a really difficult cut shot on this 5 ball. And I have to go all the way down table and then back up on the 6 to shoot the 6 in the same side pocket. I had a little trouble seeing this shot because it is a thin cut. It's a tough one, which makes, so I went way too long on the 6 ball. And now I have to shoot the 6 and the 7 in this bottom left-hand corner, which is going to make it
a little bit tricky. That was shot good. But I shouldn't be in this position. But here I am. Now I gotta jack up, and this is always dangerous. And just to stay on the 9, and it wasn't great on the 9, and I'll show you why. I gotta draw this back on the 9 ball. I had to draw. I got pretty bad on the 8, but not terribly bad. And now I draw it back and come up short on the 9 ball. And now I'm on the rail and have another thing cut on the 9 ball. But I run right. So, although I got the objective and I won the game, it was done the hard way, the sloppy way. The way no one is going to be able to maintain game after game, set after set, player after player. You can't maintain bad pull and still win consistently. Alright, here's game number 2, and you're going to see a much, much, much better break on this game. Although I am breaking from the same spot, there's got to, I don't remember, there had to be a reason for me doing this. And yeah, that's good. I parked the cue ball, the 1 ball sitting right there. I got a bad roll on the 2-5, and the 2 creeped up. But it's always the last ball rolling. And kind of makes things difficult on the 5. I'm taking a look at it now, and it is makeable. I'm going to be getting on this by killing the angle off the bottom rail. You could go 2 rails on this, but I'm playing safe, shooting inside English, and just kind of getting to center table to draw back on the 3 ball. Alright, as you're about to see, I didn't draw back on the 3. I think I was more concerned with the 5 ball and getting it off the rail. And I could have done both. Drew it back and bang, and got the 5 ball off the rail. Now I'm left with a really tough shot. And that back there, that shot on the 2 ball is going to stop this run out from being, great. It's going to wind up being okay. I come with a great shot here and go 2 rails, but I had to. Yeah, the 5 ball does not pass the 9, so I had to get on the 5 to shoot it in this corner. And a lot of players draw back right there too much. You have to draw a little bit to get the right angle to get back on the 8 ball. They wind up straight in, and then they have to do crazy stuff to get on the 8. I should have been a little bit more off the rail, because as you'll see, to get on the 9, I have to get back on the rail to shoot the 9, and this is not as easy as it looks. So it was a good break. Most of the run out was good, but it was okay. That's okay pool. And here you're about to see what I consider good pool, and note that I don't say great. I want to say great, but it's not great. This break is pretty damn strong and hard to beat. But I did not get the 1 ball up by the right-hand corner pocket. This run out would have been simple gravy out if I had got that 1 ball where it needs to be, which is not there. Now I have a tough cut on the 1, and I know this cue ball is going to come back and hit the 5, so I let a really straight stroke out right there, and I put left-hand English on that to spin the cue ball. I don't like doing that. I'm left with a tough shot on the 2 ball, but I come with it with another really straight stroke. And this, I'm coming to the left-hand side rail and bouncing a little bit back up table with left-hand English again, bottom left, right there, and I get perfect on the 5. My stroke is looking good. The break was good. Everything's looking good. I got a little out of line on the 2 ball. This shot, I'm coming down on the short side of the 9 ball by, again, drawing the ball. I'm playing solid right here, it's good. I wouldn't consider it great. I do have great runouts, but this didn't quite get there. Close to great, but not quite great. So yeah, something's got my attention. There's something going on in the parking lot, and I'm trying to see what's going on here. All three runouts, I ran out. I won the game. I didn't give my opponent a shot. But I struggled in one, and the next one was okay. The next one was good, and the whole your object, what you're trying to get to, is to make every single one good. If you want to be a good, consistent pool player. So there you go, guys. Thank you for tuning in. That one was kind of long, but I had a lot to say. This subject is kind of intriguing to me, and it had me thinking. So, it may have you thinking too. I hope it does. Peace, man.